So I'm going to tell y'all a quick story really quick. And God put it on my heart to say I'm not in this van alone. All the kids here know about my story. I used to sell CDs out of my van. I wasn't like most of the rappers who sent the demo and got on. I literally sold my CDs out of my van. I went to Walmart and got a converter. And I actually built a studio in my van. So like when DJs would come up, I would make their drops and give them CDs. They was like, man, James Brown worked hard. No, this guy worked hard. So I was in Atlanta, and I just felt like that wasn't going right. And so literally I was sleeping in my van. I was homeless. Everything that I had from my studio to my clothes, everything in my life was in that van. And I decided to move back to Mississippi. On my way back to Mississippi, I stopped in Birmingham, Alabama, to do some radio since I was on my way back. And I stopped at this hotel, and I said I was going to sleep at the hotel for the night. I didn't know that the lady, and this is what I believe, the lady that was at the desk, her and her boyfriend set up a little sting. When she would see somebody come to the hotel and they would leave their cars there, she would call the boyfriend, and they would come and take the people's car. So while I was in Birmingham, Alabama, everything in my life got taken. My house, because I was sleeping in my van, my studio, all of my dad recordings, everything that I had. They took everything from me but one thing. Because I must say to the Urban League, I am the urban in the Urban League. I'm that urban part you're talking about. So I know y'all see me up here with suits and ties, but do not get it wrong. If any of you all get it wrong, I can pull out some of that old David Banner and sprinkle it on you. But the one thing that they didn't take from me was my 9mm. I still had my gun. And just for the Urban League, it's clean. I have a license to carry. But out of all the things that I had my gun. And God always has given me this intuitiveness to know things. So I felt like I knew where my van was. And y'all, as I'm standing up here today, God told me, leave. You know how we get these feelings and we say it's God? No, I heard his voice. I don't know if y'all ever heard it. I heard his voice. And I'm not a big religious guy, but I heard his voice. And I left the van. I went back to Mississippi. Now let me tell you the amazing part. Fast forward 2 months later, when I was about to get my record deal with Universal, I was actually still on the road when the Universal called me and said that we want to sign me. Guess what city I happened to be riding through when I got that call? Birmingham, Alabama. I actually signed my deal with the Kinko's in Birmingham, Alabama. I got a $10 million deal. You don't have to clap. I already said we got most of it. Don't worry about it. If you're in something, nothing else is to believe. Y'all can play with the folks, advice, love, and Christmas blood. But what God was telling me is that man can take whatever you have away from you. If you listen to my voice and believe in me, I will give you things you would have never, ever been able to do. The beginning part of my statement and who else I wanted to honor, and the reason why I say I'm not in the van alone, is because the sad thing is I always felt like I was by myself in that van. And being from Mississippi and being the first to do what I did, nobody ever understood my problems. And the most amazing thing today is I'm being honored alongside Miss Terry Bond and her husband, Karan Robert. They're some of my best friends. Karan is one of my best friends in the world. And to be honored along somebody that I love, not a friend, but someone that I love, is God telling me that you're not in the van alone. You have friends and family that are moving on that same path. So when we close it, I see the kids in the back. I really think y'all should be in the front. I don't care how many mistakes you made. I don't care what you've done wrong. I'm here to tell you that I am the example, and I will always be the example that no matter what hood you come from, how poor you are, that you can make it. God bless.